Okay, for this example, I have to divide using the box method. So here's how I'm going to begin. I will create the diagram of the box, and then I'm going to get the denominator or the divisor. In this case, that's x minus 3, and I'm going to record it vertically. Next, I am going to record the first term of my numerator. That's going to be x to the third, and I'm going to put it right here on the upper left box. That's going to be my starting position. So I have x to the third. And now I have to find the quantity such that when I multiply it with x, I'm going to get x to the third. And that quantity is x to the second power. X squared multiplied with x, I'm going to get an x to the third. Now that I have x squared, I can multiply it with that negative 3. Negative 3 times x squared, I'm going to receive negative 3x to the second power. Now that I have negative 3x squared, I'm going to go back to my numerator and pay attention to the term that has x squared. Here, that's going to be 4x squared. So recall that when we do the regular box method, we always sum up the diagonals, and that should give me back this result. So negative 3x squared added with what quantity is going to give me back 4x squared. And here, that quantity is going to be 7x to the second power. Because positive 7x squared plus negative 3x squared, that's going to give me 4x squared. And now I'm going to repeat this process. I'm going to go back to x and think, what quantity such that when I multiply it with x is going to give me 7x squared? Well, that's going to be 7x. Because 7x multiplied with x gives me 7x squared. Now I'm going to get 7x and multiply it with negative 3. That's going to give me negative 21x. Now that I have negative 21x, I'm going to go back to my numerator and look at the term with x. And that's going to be negative 5x. So negative 21x plus what is going to give me negative 5x? That's going to be a positive 16x. And now I'm going to go ahead and repeat the process. What quantity such that when I multiply with x gives me 16x? Well, that's going to be positive 16. Now that I have 16, I'm going to multiply with negative 3, and then that's going to give me negative 48. I have a constant, so I'm going to go back to my numerator and find the quantity that's, well, just look at the constant here. So negative 48 plus what is going to give me a positive 5? Well, that's going to be positive 53. And once you have a single term here, then that's going to tell you that you're done. That's going to be your remainder. So notice that all of these quantities are positives. So when I write down my solution, or when I write down this quotient, I'm going to write it down as x to the second power plus 7x, since 7x is positive, and then plus 16, since the 16 is positive. And then I'm going to record my remainder by dividing it with a divisor. So 53 over x minus 3. And that would be the quotient.